Hey guys, if you're joining me, I can't see anything yet, so just bear with me. I gotta connect to Wi-Fi and I'm at an Airbnb. I don't have any alcohol, so we can't do a toast, and it's obviously very late tonight.
Well, you did say that LaCroix tastes like alcohol, so.
Atlas Arms is live. Dude, everybody is fucking live right now. Okay. What's up, Link? What's up, everybody? Hey guys. Hey guys. I'm live. I'm here. Somebody want to put a banner up? Lane, you were first tonight. Mason, thank you. I'll pin yours. That will start nice and easy. Okay. Give me a second. I gotta set up a few more things real quick. There we go. I'm getting there. Give me a second. I'm here. I'm here, Chief. Okay, there we go. Well, okay. Let's finally get this thing started. Holy shit, you guys. Thank you for liking. Thank you for joining. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Boom. Got a hat on. Can you guys hear me all right? Do I sound okay? 25 people watching. Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm here. I have my auntie. My little auntie.
Oh, they can't see me coming.
They can't see you. You have to come down here. So, okay. I've got my hat. We got 37 people watching. Hey guys, I am joining you. I have my little auntie with me. Remember, she was in my video with the mug. Actually, I'm probably gonna stand. I feel weird. I feel really weird sitting.
Why are you wearing a suit jacket?
It's part of the thing now. It's just part of the thing. It's just what we do now. So look at this. Check it out, guys. I got all this 44 ammo. I got 100 rounds for under $100. I feel pretty good about that.
I noticed it's bleeding.
Lucifer, a vampire walks into a bar and asks the bartender for a boiling glass of water. Bartender says, I thought you vampires only drink blood. Vampire. Oh my gosh. No. Thank you, Bensler. That's right. I'm head of the table. I'm now the mafia boss. Head of the table. Let me just fix something real quick. Let's see about making this go up a bit. Yeah, I feel like that looks better. A little bit higher. I think that looks better, guys. What do you think? Strife, guys, welcome to the channel. Okay, so I'm doing this a little different. I'm up in Idaho. I told you guys that I was gonna be up at the farm. You guys have seen some of the videos. So here I am. We're up here. We're coming to you live a little bit later than we normally do. So if we don't have as much If we don't have as much engagement, that's fine. I'm gonna go like this. I wish that I don't have a big screen right now. It's my laptop's over here, my guns are here.
I never washed my dirty clothes, but I brought them for pajamas.
You and Mia go throw your dirty clothes.
But I brought them for pajamas.
Okay, sleep in that tonight. Just sleep in that tonight. Just go throw those clothes into the washer.
We'll deal
Right,
with it
it's
tomorrow.
upstairs.
We'll
and
deal with
take
it
care of
tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll deal with it tomorrow. Alright, so I have 5.56, 44 Magnum, 9mm, 5.56, and 9mm. Nice. So, is my son is taller than me, yes. Amare, no, they're not airsoft guns. Those are all real. There's so many bugs in here now. Holy, Leslie.
No, I know, because they're in here too. Yeah, where are they coming from?
I don't know, maybe they're getting through the screens. They're really tiny. I don't think that they're bitey bugs. I think they're just
I don't think they are either, but.
obnoxious. Anyways,
Do we have a window open that doesn't have a screen?
jobless friend. No, I'm not at home right now. I'm not at home. I am up in Idaho. I'm actually in an Airbnb. My mom's farmhouse is full with family. So I'm in an Airbnb with my aunt and my cousin. So I did my 22 push-ups video, and I said my nephew. It's actually my cousin. I'm just like 25 years older than him. So like my cousins that are that young, they just call me Uncle Devin because I'm like the oldest in my side of the family for everything. Yeah. Thank you, Crippled Nomad. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Hey, do me a huge favor, everybody, if you're just joining us. If this is your first time coming to our channel and coming into one of our streams, please double tap your screen, or if you're on an iPad like I am down here, just close the chat and hit the like button right below my name. If you guys do that, it helps the channel grow because it brings everybody, it throws the stream into the algorithm. And that's the fastest way to help the channel grow. And we're doing some really fun giveaways here in the near future. We've got some cool stuff planned. And honestly, I really like interacting with you guys. This is my favorite part of my channel, is doing these live streams like this and getting to talk to you guys. I could be Amari, I could be hunting them. Oh, I know, this is just part of the channel now. I started doing this like a month ago. I happened to have this on when I started a live stream, and everyone's like, why are you dressed so fancy? It was like the night my daughter did a pageant thing, and so I had to dress nicer, and everybody thought it looked kind of goofy, but also kind of fun and nice. It was unusual to see me dressed so nice, and then from there, it just became a regular part of the channel. Just like the hat. Hey, what's going on, Mama? So.
It's funny watching his live stream when he's in there.
I will do a push-up for every $5 that people donate tonight. That's what I'll do for the goal. I'll set up the super chats, 50 super chats,
We can wash your clothes. You're just filming the floor right there.
all colors.
Feel better?
One
You know what?
push-up for $5.
Why? And you have a huge stash. It's more stack.
There we go. So, I did leave. So we were at a gas station on the way up here, and we saw some snacks that were like my snack. They weren't exactly the same, but they looked like my snack. And I thought about buying one, but I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to start doing that. I think I'm going to start doing, like Chief. Chief, did you get your reward today? For 75 cents, Brandon, I will. I don't know. I'll touch my nipples.
I'll touch my
So anyways, yeah. So I think what I'm going to start doing is one of the things one of the things that we're going to start doing on the giveaways. I'm going to start. I'll get your address from you if you happen to win a giveaway. But I think I'm going to start sending snackies to people, or the mug to people. So obviously you guys have seen. I have my giant mug. I know how much you guys love.
What?
I know how much you guys love the mug.
Huh?
So.
Hey, someone breaks into my window.
So we have the giant mug. We've got the celebration blaster. I've got my nephew cousin here, who's just my cousin. Yes, the extra large 16-ounce mug.
Did you say hi?
Nathaniel, that's an Aero Precision EPC 9. It's an 8.5-inch barrel with a 1.5-inch muzzle device. So it comes out to 10 inches, but it's Glock mag compatible from Aero Precision, the EPC 9, and then I have a Recover Tactical forward magazine pouch on it. So it's a pretty cool thing. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading what everybody says. I'm reading the chat, making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, holy cow, guys, we've got 60 people in here. That's awesome. J-Dog's in here, Carson's in here, Sammy's in here, Radio's in here, Kevin just joined us. So everybody, if you're just joining us, if you like this kind of content, you like guns, you like just a regular guy, I'm a dad, I'm up here for my brother's wedding reception, even though he got married like 6 weeks ago. And I went to a wedding reception with him already. They're doing one for like their local community here because they got married down in Phoenix. Yeah, he's my baby brother, so we're up here doing that. But this is also my mom's farm is also about 1.5 miles away, and
That was more than 1.5 miles.
was it like 5 miles? I don't know.
I don't know. I swear
It was like 10 minutes away. It's like 10 minutes away, but my mom's farm is like 10 minutes away. Some of you guys saw it if you saw some of my other videos. So it's just kind of fun to be up in Idaho at the farm that I spent summers on, and being around family. My sister's here, my dad's here. It's just fun. So, you ever do airsoft? Use airsoft parts on real steel. So, I'm pretty sure this might be an airsoft scope, and I think that might be an airsoft flashlight and laser. But I don't have any airsoft stuff. I don't have any airsoft guns. Thank you, Nathaniel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. You're already entered for our 10,000 subscriber giveaway, which is an aggressive Pez dispenser that kind of looks, so we're going to do an aggressive lead Pez dispenser at 10,000 subscribers. So, what's the Temu optic on the AR? Which AR? They're both ARs, so you have to be more specific. It's quite stylish pizza. That's right. It is quite stylish. Yeah. Don't forget to double tap. Don't forget to get us to 50 likes. If we get to 50 likes, then I do 1 minute of push-ups for you guys. Unfortunately, I don't have any alcohol, so we're not going to be doing a regular toast. We can do a toast with the mug tonight when we get to 100 likes. We have 75 people watching, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if you haven't liked the stream, if all of you double tap your screen, or if you're on an iPad like this, just close the chat and click the like button that's right below my name. We'll be at 100 likes, like that. And that throws us even more into the algorithm, and YouTube has no choice but to let the live stream stay strong and keep going, which is what we do here. Big pizza, yeah, it's something. So these are all my range toys, as far as anyone's concerned, and they all work, and they're all zeroed, and I've had them for a long time. So to me, it doesn't matter if I paid $100, $150, or $700 for any of my optics, because they do what they need to do. Exactly, Nick. Exactly. Yeah, so on your guys' right, it's my left, but your guys' right, this is a 9mm PCC AR. It's the Aero Precision AR EPC 9 lower. The optics on it are actually from Dagger Defense. Now I think that they're pretty similar to like Fayaki that you can get on Amazon. The difference is that Dagger Defense has a little bit better QC, and so when they get the parts and when they get the optics from wherever they're manufactured in China, I'm sure, they do their own QC, and if they don't meet their QC, they ship them back and they get new ones. So it takes a little bit longer to get them than from Amazon, and they cost a little bit more, so they tend to be a little bit better quality. Oh, push-up time. Okay. So for every oh shoot, how am I gonna do this? How are you guys gonna see me do push-ups?
Do them on the table.
I can't do them on the table, all the guns are on the table.
I'm kidding.
Were you?
I mean,
Okay.
it would have been funny. Do I need to hold the phone while you do it?
Yeah, if you just wanna hold it and then put it back. Here, do you guys wanna see me do? You guys can see, oh.
Do I need to like, does this just slide out? How do I?
Just hold the whole tripod.
Oh my gosh.
And just point it this way. Okay. Somebody donated $5, which, there we go. Every time somebody donates, so we'll do a push-up.
What are you doing?
Well, one push-up for $5, like I could just slam one push-up, but I'm
That's-
trying to like
Plank it?
make it worthwhile and do a little bit of a plank in there so that it's something.
So is
There
that
we
it?
go.
Or are you doing more?
No, just one. It's for every $5 I'm going to do a push-up. That's what somebody said, so that leg needs to go up on top of the other laptop. So there you go.
That? Like that?
Yeah. So,
Okay. Can I go to
All
bed?
right.
Can I go to bed now?
you can go to bed now if you
Okay.
want to.
Love you.
Dr. Terror, that's actually my aunt. So, this is an Airbnb in Idaho. This is not my house. That's fine. That's fine. Michael, I don't have any FRTs. I'm not gonna pay for an FRT. I'm still in the reserves, and so I shoot full auto often enough. I'll try not to be too loud, Leslie. I shoot full auto often enough that I don't really need FRTs to experience that. But it's something that if you want to do it, I think they're pretty cool. It's not exactly the same as full auto, but it's a good way to experience something that simulates full auto. So, Tactical Llama, dude, every time that this pistol, this carbine is up in front, buddy, they like zero in on this and they immediately think that, I mean, you can see that I have a freaking like $1,500 Anaconda right there. And they're like, oh my gosh, this guy is so poor, he's got shit guns, and it's like $1,500 Anaconda right in front of you guys. Like, go eat a bag of dicks. Oh man. Yeah, go ahead if you guys want me to get a different optic, freaking super chat away and I'll buy a Saturn optic. I'll buy an ACOG, whatever you guys want. What's up, Demon Smasher? Yeah, so it's actually I'm helping pay for this Airbnb because my brother is having his wedding reception. So my aunt and her son, my cousin, are here. My 12-year-old daughter is here. My 18-year-old son is here. My father is staying with us. My other aunt is going to be here tomorrow. And my brother's best friend and best man from his wedding and his fiancée are going to be here tomorrow. So yes, I'm paying for an Airbnb so that we can stay here and it's not going to cost all of them who don't make as much money as I do to be here. So I'm trying to help my younger brother. So if you seem to have a problem with that, I don't know, maybe recheck your priorities. Like, I'm a pretty generous person, and so I'm trying to help my youngest brother out. Man, people are really stuck on weird shit tonight. Matthew, my mom has actually shot most of my guns, so go ahead. You can start. Ben Lurkin. No, I'm not going to stop. Unless you're talking about somebody else. Oh, nice, Nathaniel. Nice. That's a cool PCC. Sell the Anaconda and get a Vortex. No. Everlong. No, I just got the Anaconda. Nathan, or Dathan. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that for them. But I would have to take out a mortgage that's like 3 times the value of my home. Thank you, Corolla. What's up, Jesus? Question from the crew. Think we can get Stifler to video start to finish my slides? Think we can get Stifler to video start to finish my slides. Radio, I'm a little confused by your statement. I'm sorry, I'm probably just reading it wrong because I'm retarded. Fallout, that's a Colt Anaconda, 6-inch Colt Anaconda, and that is not a new Anaconda, that is an original build, that's a 1992. So they stopped making that particular model in 1998, and then they didn't make Anacondas again until 2017. Everlong. No, I know that the Romeo 5 exists. I mean, I have a hollow sun optic right there. I've got a hollow sun optic on this one. I would take a hollow sun over a Sig Romeo for 2 reasons. 1, I don't think the Sig Romeo is that good. And 2, fuck Sig. No, Dr. Terror. I'm not going to drop test anything. Dathan, that's why I said 3 times the value of my home. So I'm a cybersecurity manager. Yeah, I do okay. I do okay. I get it. Yeah. I live in a pretty nice part of Utah. That's below average Utah dad, but I just don't flaunt it. I don't make a big deal about it. I have what I have because I buy inexpensive optics, because I don't need to spend $5,000 on an optic or on a rifle to have fun and to shoot with it and be proficient and do things like that. Have you ever heard the phrase, the wealthy are wealthy because they live like the poor, and the poor are poor because they try to live like the wealthy? Yeah, there's some truth to that. That's true, Llama. That's true. No, I'm not saying that SIG optics are bad. I'm saying SIG as a company. I'm saying fuck SIG as a company. I refuse to give money to Sig Sauer while they continue to not do anything about their current elephant in the room situation with the P320. They've got to do more than just say there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong. When they take some kind of accountability, then maybe I'll start advocating for people to send money to SIG again. But until they do, to SIG. That's what I say. No, Dathan, 100%. In fact, one of my moderators, Dathan, I have 2 moderators, Gunshots and Chief Hellhunter, both very, very knowledgeable. They actually turned me towards checking out some of the very expensive 1911s, because after you guys vote, my subscribers and my fans, they vote on what guns I buy, especially with money that I earn on the channel. So that's why I have a Colt Revolver. I'm buying at the end of this month, at the end of August, I'm going to be getting a 4570 lever action. And then next month, I'm supposed to buy a Colt 1911. So I'm very aware of the Meteorite 1911 that went for like $4.5 million. So Everlong Safe Haven, you're really stuck. You got a raging freaking boner for those Temu optics, don't you? Man.
No, I'm not even gonna ask.
Andre McSkimmings is onto something. I feel like Andre McSkimmings is probably a pretty smart dude. He can deduce things with the power of his mind. I love it. let's see. Quick question, if you don't mind. What's y'all's opinion of the TX22? TX22 is the Taurus, right? I like Taurus. I think Taurus is a solid gun for what you pay. I EDC'd a Taurus for about 10 years. I had a 24/7 G2C. It was the two-tone, and it was great. So I say if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you want to get just a fun plinking handgun, go get the TX22, man. The P226 is a great gun. I just refuse to buy one brand new from SIG because I refuse to give money to SIG. I am Hunter. I am up late. Sir, let me ask, what is the oldest gun you have? So here on the table, the oldest gun that I have is my AR-15. Back home, if you've been on any of my streams before, my oldest gun is actually my Marlin Model 60 in 22 long rifle. That's been passed on to me from my dad, and that gun was passed on to him from his dad. So it's actually been in our family for a good 45 years, I think. Oh, focus, thank you. That helps our algorithm. Thank you so much, bud. Appreciate it, focus. We're gonna do some. All right, you guys aren't gonna be able to see me do this very well. I'm gonna try to do a push-up this way. Oh, I hope I don't break this table. Oh, yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that again. I felt like I was gonna break the table. Cheshire Cat. I don't have a 9mm. I don't have a Shield 9mm. Several of my buddies that are on YouTube, several of them have M&P Shields, and they have Shield 2.0s. They love them. I've handled one. I've shot one a couple times. I think it's a great gun. If you're asking, like, is it worth paying for? I think absolutely go get a Shield 2.0. I think Smith & Wesson is a great brand overall. Just they're not super high end. They're not super low end. They're a good middle of the line, like just solid set of guns. So, how efficient is the handguard mag holder thing? Easy to transition. Andre, so this is Recover Tactical. Recover Tactical, I'm not sure if you're familiar, they actually make a bunch of like frames and conversion kits for Glocks and a couple of other platforms, I believe. In fact, Carson C. Hansen, who's in the chat, he just got sent one from Recover Tactical. My experience with it is that it's very easy to use. You don't even really have to try. You can be holding it, you can pull the mag down, you can drop your magazine on with your dominant hand or your trigger finger, whatever, however your magazine release is set up. So you can be using it as a hand stop. You can be using it, and then when you're out, you can drop, pull, mag in, send your bolt forward, and then go forward again. So it's a pretty smooth transition. Dathan, FNX 45 is an amazing pistol. I shot one about 10 years ago, 10 or 15 years ago when they first kind of launched. It was also the first time I shot the 5.7 from FN and a full auto P90. Amazing guns. The FNX is a great firearm. I just bought a Wicked Ridge Commander ammo cross. Oh, cool, Sam. Cool crossbow. I do like 45 caliber. I just don't own any. So that's part of the that's on the table in the near future. So thank you, Sammy. Try it. Ask what is the oldest gun you have? I like gun every day in America, and the first thing I get recommended on YouTube is the gun. Andy, welcome to America, my friend. I hope that you like it. I'm not just a gun guy. That's what I talk about a lot on my channel. But I'm a dad. I do stuff. I talk about politics. I talk a lot about mental health and mental health awareness, mental illness, suicide awareness. That's a big part of my channel. Cheshire Cat, I have one revolver right here, front and center, right there. Demon Smasher, thanks for coming to join us again, bud. I appreciate it. Hey, we have 130 people in the stream. That is amazing. We're at 48 likes. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do push-ups pretty soon. We're at 48 likes. If we get to 50 likes, I will do 1 minute of push-ups, and then if we get to 100 likes, we'll do our toast. I'll do it with the big mug. You guys know the game. Yes, Chief, 900 for an SKS is stupid. I actually saw one, okay, so I saw at a Cabela's in Farmington, Utah. They had an Norinco SKS. You guys know that I want to get an Norinco SKS because I have a Norinco AK. So I want to have both of those firearms. And they had one, it still had the bayonet lug on it, it still had the spiker, and some dude had removed all the original furniture and put one of those stupid new, like, modern sporterized tactical pieces of shit stocks on it. Just ruined it, and Cabela's was still asking like $1,000 for it. It was stupid. Fallout, no. I've been told I look kind of like Kevin James, and I've been told I look like a fat Ben Affleck. Everlong, I literally have 2 Hollow Sun optics. So, are these all the guns you have, or are they your? No, these are just the guns that I brought with me up to Idaho. I have 2 shotguns back home. I have an AR-10 chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. I have at the farm. I didn't bring it because it's at the farm. We have some other guns at the farm. There's a Smith & Wesson handgun at the farm. We have a 45-70, a 303 Enfield, another 22, a couple more shotguns, just a couple different things. 2 questions. Everlong, I'm actually trying to restore it. It's an Norinco Type 56 that came in and was converted to a Mac 90 NHN 90, so I'm trying to convert it back to as close to stock as I can, so I'm not going to put any optics on it. 2 questions. What about Beretta? Do you have one? I don't. And what is the best gun to carry? Cheshire Cat, my take on firearms is the best one to carry is the one that you can afford to become proficient with. So that's why, like, when people are talking about my optics, they're really stuck on my optics, and I'm not sure why tonight. That hasn't happened in a while. But anyways, the best gun that you as an owner can carry is one that you feel extremely confident and that you know you're solid for center of mass targets. I say that because, you know, anybody who's anybody is going to tell you, like, oh yeah, one in the chest, 2 in the head, or 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. When you're in a high stress, responsive situation and you're trying to protect others and you're trying to protect yourself, whatever the situation is, even if you're in your home, if it's dark, you're not going to be aiming at a target that's this big. You're going to be aiming at a target that's this big because this is what you want to focus on. Because it doesn't matter if you shoot this target or this target, you're going to stop the threat. And that's all you're worried about doing is neutralizing the threat. And the best way to do that is to put as many rounds as you can in the largest target possible that it's going to be effective. So whatever gun you can afford, whatever gun you can afford to go to a range and shoot, and whatever gun you can afford to get lots of ammo for so that you can go to the range and shoot. That's what I would say. Oh, Andre, that's actually a really good question. So the reason that I have red optics on this this PCC is because when I was first building it, I actually ordered black optics, and they came back and they were a lot cheaper than what I wanted. And then I was like, I really want to have another way to carry a magazine. So I looked it up and I saw from the guys at Classic Firearms, a couple of them had this set up with the PC or with the Recover Tactical forward magazine pouch. So I knew that I was going to need a piece of Picatinny rail to install that. So I ordered it from Amazon, the Picatinny rail, because I wasn't going to spend $85 on Picatinny rail. I wanted to spend $20 on Picatinny rail. So I ordered a black one, they sent me a red one, and I was like, that doesn't look bad. I installed it, and I was like, I kind of like the way that looks with the red and the black. And so then it just was like, I'm just going to order red optics because I kind of like the way it looks. I don't care that it looks cheap. I think it looks kind of fun and kind of cool and kind of flashy, and it's just kind of neat and it's different. So that's why I did it. So yeah. Where are we? 54. Okay. I'm going to do push-ups for a minute. Here we go. I'm just going to put it down here. All right, we're gonna do this. You're gonna see me do push-ups for a minute. I said I would. Here we go. I'm gonna throw my shoes back on to do push-ups for a minute. I don't want my feet sliding out from under me. Okay. Oh man. It's late and I'm tired. Whew. Ugh. There you go. Sorry, I realized that that was not as close to me to see the push-ups as well as I had hoped. So sorry you didn't see them as great as I could have. Alrighty. 55 push-ups, or 50, we're at 54 likes, 55 likes, 1 minute of push-ups. So, whew. Anything, sounds good. Mac Daddy, okay. Love keep it down, yeah. Don't take fentanyl and then you won't die like George Floyd. Wally Pizza, what do you think about a Smith & Wesson 686 Plus? Solid pistol. Obviously I don't have one, I have an Anaconda, but that's not necessarily because I think the Anaconda's better, it's what the chat voted for. It's what the subscribers voted for, so that's why I have it. I don't know if I'm the right person to ask if there's a revolver that I would prefer over one. I'm not a huge revolver guy, so speaking on it is hard for me. And like you guys see, I don't have expensive, don't have expensive optics, don't have an expensive lighter laser, don't have expensive, I mean the Colt's pretty expensive, but it's less about being expensive and it's a lot more about what works for you. What does your budget look like? What is your proficiency and experience with that particular model and that particular caliber? That is what I would focus on, and a lot less the brand, unless it's just something like you've always wanted to get one. If you've always wanted to get one, just get it. So, oh, Sam, thank you. Five celebration shots from the Mega Nerf. And I'm gonna do another push-up, because for every $5 I do another push-up. I don't know. I'm not really proud of 45. Normally I do about 55 to 65 at night, but it's also usually like 9 o'clock when I do it. And because I've been on the road and I'm visiting a family, I'm not sticking to any type of food discipline, so I'm pretty full of junk food today. full disclosure. Somebody asked about the Beretta. I don't own one. My dad, he owns a 92 FS, so he owns like the civilian version of the M9. Loves his. He owns one because he was a pilot in the Air Force. He flew KC-135s and T-38s and F-5s. and he loves his. I've shot the M9 a lot. I've shot his, and I shoot it in the Air Force. So, or I used to shoot in the Air Force before we got the M17 and M18. It's a solid gun, man. The Beretta 92 FS, the Beretta 1301, and what is it? The Ultra A300. Another amazing gun. So if you are into Beretta, like definitely solid choices. Beretta's a solid choice. Later, Jerome. Thanks for joining us, bud. Sec, hey, what's going on, man? I'd still like to see your question, Sec. Zaza, okay. Nope, nothing happened. I see in the Glock you have a red trigger. Have you read up on people having a harder time in court over self-defense cases with handguns with modified triggers looking to, especially in your state? So, Andre, what sometimes happens in court cases with defensive shootings is when you have modifications that are cosmetic only. Now, that is not a cosmetic only situation. That one is actually a short pull, short reset tactical trigger. It's meant to give it a safer, more distinct wall, and then better control because it's short pull and short reset. So it's a 4.25 pound trigger. It has a solid wall that you can feel, and it's better than the hinged trigger that comes standard on the PSA dagger. So it actually makes it a safer pistol, and it's got better parts in it, so it has a lower likelihood of accidental discharge. Not that Glocks or Glock clones, the stock triggers that they come with, are prone to that, but this says, I don't know how they determine that, but this is said to have a higher, or a lower NDAD capability. So, yes, there are cases where people have things like, they have the back plates on their Glocks that say like, come get some, or that have the Punisher skull on it, or that say Molon Lob, or even situations where it's like, in God we trust. If you have any cosmetic features on your Glock outside of the color of the Glock, or any pistol for that matter, like, I would actually recommend, if you are a male, all right, if you're a male, I would recommend you get like a gun that's pink. Get a gun that's bright green, that's some kind of very feminine color. Get a Glock that, or get a pistol, get it Cerakoted to look like a cow. Do something to make it less tactical looking, to make it less manly looking, to make it look less threatening. Get it to look as like just like something that you wouldn't be proud of almost. There are actually several law offices that recommend that for people that carry on a regular basis, because then when someone says, oh, well, they were looking for an excuse to use it, it's like, it's a bright green, like pastel blue baby pink pistol. This is not something I want people to see me carrying on a regular basis. In fact, I keep it concealed as much as possible because it's this color. But if I ever needed to use it, I didn't want there to be any mistake as to what it was I used and how it was used. Like, this is for defensive purposes. That's what I would recommend. Oh, hi Mark Daddy, what's going on? Something about good parts cost money. Okay. Dathan, my favorite caliber in a pistol is 5.7. Mr. White Line Certified, this is a dagger defense. This is an Amazon optic. Thank you, Young. Test shot, sir. Probably not going to do a test shot. Rainbow Six, I do not have an FRT. Sec, I was just going to ask, how come you have the AR-15 pistol set up like that? Because to me, it doesn't make much sense. But I do like the other rifle. So, are you talking about this one, the AR-9? This is a 9mm. This is it has a 223 Wild barrel. So, you know, it's not 5.56, not 223, but it gets a nice balance between the two so that you don't lose The pressure capabilities of 5.56, but you don't lose the accuracy of 223, that whole thing. Thank you, Andre. Mr. Ace plays. I have a Marlin Model 60 and 22 long rifle that is older than me. Kieran. So my dream, I would love to one day own a full auto P90. I know that that's probably very, very, very unlikely to ever happen. Outside of that, I would love to own an Alien Luago. So, B7, thank you. The world would be better with more mustaches in it. Thank you, Dathan. If you could put one gun in a time capsule and it survived 1,000 years in the future, what gun would you pick? This one. Just because I think it would be hilarious for them to find this in a time capsule and probably have no idea what it is. They could probably figure out what these are. This, they would have no clue. I've seen the Wooks kits. I don't know if I'm going to do that to any of my ARs. If I get another AR, like if I get a really cheap AR, I might do it. Or like a really, really nice AR, I might do it. But more than likely what I'll do is I'll get one of the like Panzer Arms Benelli clones. They make one that has a wood furniture kit on it, and I'll probably do that because I actually think the wood furniture on a semi-automatic shotgun, I think that looks really sexy. So, thank you, Switch. Thank you for being here. Hey, we still have 44 people. 44 people in the stream. If you're just joining us, remember to double tap your screen on your smartphone to give us some likes. That puts us back into the algorithm. We've been going for almost an hour, and that helps bring more people in. And if you like what we're doing, maybe give us a subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. I really love interacting with people. I do live streams like this almost every night. And so it's always fun and exciting to me to meet new people, to bring new people into our family, and to just have fun and answer questions. And I mean, even the haters that are on here that are giving me shit about my optics and my cheap guns, like, I don't care. I really don't. Mr. Whiteline, it is not a Colt Kodiak, it is a Colt Anaconda. I know some of you have been around, I said I was going to get a Colt Kodiak. I went to a pawn shop one day, just out of curiosity to see what they had, and they happened to have this Colt Anaconda. It was well under what I've been looking at as far as prices for all of the guns I've been looking at for a revolver. So I got it, because it was there and it was an opportunity. It's a great quality gun. It's one of the original models of the Anaconda, so it's solid build. It doesn't have some of the features and problems the new ones have, and it was right there and under the price range that I was looking for. So, thank you, Switch K2K. Kieran, thank you. Welcome to our family. Welcome to the Below Average Utah family. And you really are. Like literally, when people donate to the channel, when I make money on ad revenue and things like that, when we reach thresholds, I let you guys know and I tell you, like, okay, it's time to vote for a gun. That's why we have the Revolver. Everybody, like, I wanted to buy a Chiapa Rhino, and I was also looking at a Taurus that could shoot 357, 38, and 9mm because, as I said, I'm a practical type of person. I'm a frugal person, so if I can get good enough, I'm not saying as good, but good enough performance for a lower cost, I'm gonna do that. And I actually encourage people to consider that, because you probably don't need to spend $2,500 on a Daniel Defense rifle with a $1,500 Trijicon ACOG, because you're probably not gonna go put 35,000 rounds through a barrel. You're probably not going to go trudge through mud and swamp and sand and be shooting it in those conditions on a regular basis. You're probably going to go to an outdoor range or an indoor range and maybe do some tree gun. A 5,000 to 10,000 round barrel in a PSA or Aero Precision or Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 or 3.0 AR-15, that's probably fine. You can probably go buy a Rock Island Armory 1911 and then throw a Dan Wesson trigger kit into it and be just fine. We aren't all Navy SEALs. As much as people want to believe that they're Navy SEALs, not all of us are former Navy SEALs. Not all of us are going to perform at a Navy SEAL level. Even though you think you can and even though you think you are, you probably aren't. And I'm not saying don't try, but maybe don't spend the money on a Navy SEAL weapon until you're ready to perform at that level. Exactly, Switch 2K. The Rhino is expensive. It was a little bit less than a Python, which is what originally people wanted me to get, but again, this was just a really, really, really smoking hot deal, so I could not turn that down. I'm not sure if you answered my question or not. Sorry, I walked away for a minute. Between Beretta M9, Smith & Wesson Model 929, another M&P Shield, Cheshire Cat. What are you planning on doing? Is it going to be like an everyday carry? Is it for your house? Is it just to go to the range? It's more about what your goal is. So, 100% white line. I have an Aero Precision AR-10, and mine's chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. Admittedly, I probably should have just gone with 308, but I built it like 6 years ago when 6.5 was just kind of, it was kind of at like the peak of, oh, this is going to be the next hot cartridge. People are using it for hunting. You can shoot a mile away and it's super easy. It's coming down in price. It's so great. And then it just kind of fell away and now it's expensive again. So. Never jammed tripping through trash and swamps. Doesn't take much to build. It depends. No, 100%. That's why I tell people, like, for the cost of, maybe not for the cost of a PSA. PSA, you can get a pretty inexpensive rifle, or Bear Creek Arsenal, you can get a really inexpensive rifle. I'm not saying that that's bad. I think it's kind of hit and miss. I know their quality control is, people have questioned it. It's not going to shoot you like a SIG P320, but I mean, that's up to you. But let's say for like a Smith & Wesson M&P Sport 2, you're looking at about $550 for that. For $550, you could build an Aero Precision or an Anderson or rest Anderson sold. You could build a couple of different really decent branded ARs. You could put them together, get your own upper receivers, your own barrels and fire control groups and trigger systems for $550, and you could have something that's the same price as a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 and probably a little bit better quality. I think that this is an Aero Precision AR-15. I would put this against a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0, 3.0 any day. I would put this against, my dad has a Colt. I would pit this against my dad's Colt. I've put some good, I got a Timney trigger in it. I have a little bit heavier barrel in it. It's steel with a chrome line. It's not just a nitride treated barrel. So I put a little bit more money into this one, and I would say that it competes with my dad's AR-15, and he has a Colt AR-15. So this next to the Revolver, this is actually a Palmetto State Armory Dagger Compact. It has the upgraded trigger. It has the Delta Team Tactical trigger. It's called the TF Tactical Lightning 2.0 SR or SPSR. So that stands for short pulse, short reset. It's a 4.5 pound trigger. It's solid. It's milled aluminum. It's got polished bars. It's a drop-in trigger. It's really great. The slide is PSA, the barrel is OEM Glock, and I carry OEM Glock mags, and then obviously I have suppressor height sights because I can swap this barrel for the barrel on my other PSA that has a threaded barrel, and I have the hollow sub built onto it. So. Mikey, if you're subscribed, you might be able to win something like that, an aggressive lead Pez dispenser when we hit 10,000 subscribers. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway on the channel. So, Kaiser, it's not a Colt Python, it is a Colt Anaconda. Kieran, I try to do lives every night. I try to do lives every night. It's not so much about talking about the guns. I'll talk about the guns, but like you saw me do the push-ups. It's more about just interacting with you guys. It's about giving everybody a place where they can ask questions, where they can feel safe to ask those questions, to interact with other men and not be embarrassed, to do like a mental health check. I'm in the Air Force Reserves. Mental health and mental stability is a huge part of being resilient. And as a man who has children, who's married, who's working, who can be called up to go overseas and do things at any given notice, like having mental resiliency is a huge thing. And I think men are put under constant pressure. It's different. I know some people think it's weird to talk about it, but we do. We don't talk about things. We don't talk about our stresses. We're just told to grin and bear it and do it. But that's also why men outnumber women in successful suicides by like a factor of like 6. Like men successfully commit suicide 6 times more than women, and yet women attempt suicide 12 times more than men. Because when we're fed up with it, when men decide, they do it the most effective way possible. And so doing mental health checks and making sure that men are taking care of themselves emotionally and mentally is something that doesn't happen enough. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to do it. Yeah, we talk about guns, we do other things, but I'm here because I care about my brothers. I care about men as a society, and I find it horrific that people just kind of brush it under the rug. Yeah. 100%. Cheshire Cat. It's a Glock clone. It's a Gen 3 Glock clone. Dude. Something a little fucked up about my laptop over there. So thank you, Kaiser. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So yeah. Where are we? 50. Yeah. We started off, we had like 140 people in here about 20 minutes ago, and YouTube is doing their thing where they're no longer recommending the stream. We made it to 62 likes, so that's pretty cool. But we're coming up on the 1 hour mark, which means that we're coming up on. No, you're good, Cheshire. You're good. Onto Ages of Ages. That's the second time that you've been shouting some fake news. Yeah, I would say that the P320 is probably. I would love for the P320 to be an amazing pistol. I've shot the M17 and M18 lots of times. I'm in the Air Force Reserves. Okay, I'm in the military. I've been in for almost 20 years. Like, it's not new to me. Okay, I get it. I get how well, I don't think it shoots better than the M9, but I get why the military went to a modular pistol and all the things that it supposedly can do, even though we don't do any of that. Okay, I get it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And I would love to be in its corner, and I was for a little while, until SIG started taking measures like putting out statements saying, you should never carry with a round in the chamber and only load it when you're about to shoot. Like, that defeats the purpose of having a concealed carry or even just a carry pistol. Why would I carry a pistol that I'm not going to carry around loaded? That just makes you a target, and that potentially, not only a target, but like a loot target at that. There's some easy loot. They've got a P320. They're probably not carrying it loaded because they're afraid to do that. I'm just going to go get that, use it, and then toss it because it's a grenade. Yeah. Except that the parts aren't built in Israel. The parts for the SIG are all built in freaking Turkey. No, 100%. I've shown people. I've gone to the range with people, and I have done things with freaking snap caps, and just played like loud music or whatever. Had them like where they have to start blindfolded, and given them snap caps with an unloaded gun, and had it, in their man purse or in like open carry instead of concealed carry, and then out of the blue like start playing like freaking Marilyn Manson or like For Whom the Bell Tolls, whatever, from Metallica, just to throw people off and say, as soon as you hear a noise that isn't my voice, you need to, pull away your friggin' blindfold, and then you need to draw your pistol, load it, and you need to put your target on range, and pull the trigger. And I have seen people like do that and then do it with like the round already in the chamber, or the snap cap already in the chamber, like just for fun with buddies. I've done this, and it jacks people up when you are in a stressful situation, when shit is just thrown your way. The cards that you think you have are thrown out the window. Man, so we've had a good stream tonight, you guys. We've had a really good stream. I really appreciate you guys being here. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I think we've had a really good time. We're down to 16 people watching. We're at almost 70 likes. We're at 63 likes. We're at 1 hour in. CZ75s are great. I don't own any CZs. Several of my buddies own CZs. I give them shit all the time. I tell people like, it's in the same vein as the P320. Like the P320 you don't want to drop because you're afraid that it's going to kill you if you do it. The CZ you don't want to drop because it's like your cherished baby toy. I know that's not true, but that's how I treat my buddies. Like we're all part of the same community. We fuck with each other, and so that's the type of thing that I say to them. I have all kinds of jokes on the CZ guns. Switch. So I'm glad you asked that. That's a great question. So this is my favorite round right here. This is a round. I don't know if you guys can see it. Is that? There we go. This is hey Glacier, what's going on, buddy? This is a composite round. It's copper and polymer. It's from NOVX, N-O-V-X. It's a super lightweight round. It's very flat shooting. It's a plus P round. It uses fluid dynamics for cavitation. I highly recommend it. It's not a cheap round, but it is a great round for in-home and out-of-the-home defense. The reason I say that is because it's designed to be frangible upon hard object impact. So if you're shooting in your home and let's say you miss, that's always everybody's big question, like how do you avoid over-penetration? When you have a round that's designed to shatter when it hits things like studs or a couple layers of sheetrock, if you happen to miss a target in a home and it hits one layer of sheetrock, passes through another one, and it starts to tumble, by the time it hits the third layer, which should be, let's say you're in a master bedroom, you hit a door, if you happen to miss any of those things, it's designed to frange. And so it spalls and it doesn't go through 4 layers of sheetrock. So it's a great round for in the home. I think it's a great round for outside the home, depending on your situation. 22 mag is awesome, Glacier Shark. I don't know that I would go Keltec, but 22 mag is good. I'm guessing you're looking at a PMR 30. Yeah, that's one of the big things that I've heard about Keltec is that it feels, and what's funny is like they're not expensive, but they're not like as cheap as a Taurus. And I think I would trust a Taurus more than I trust a Keltec. So, Kieran, here's my thoughts on Keltec, or on Canic. I think some Canics are really nice. I think some Canics are very inexpensive for a reason. here's where I struggle with Canik. I think Canik is at the low end. It's still very affordable, but I think it's more than, say, a Taurus. You spend more on a Canik than you do a Taurus. But I also feel like some of the lower end Caniks are trying to feel like a Walther, and that's where I struggle. For the higher end Caniks, you're paying about the same amount for the Canik as you are for a Walther. I feel like the Walther is a better pistol than the Canik. And on the lower end, you're paying more than you are for the Taurus. And I kind of feel like the Taurus is better than the Canik because I feel like the Canik really feels like a cross between a Taurus and a Walther. I haven't shot one. Full disclosure, haven't shot one. I've handled a lot of Caniks because people always tell me, go check out this Canik, go check out this Canik, go check out this Canik. And then when I see the price on the Canik, I'm like it looks cool, and I think for some of the features, I'm like, but I'd rather buy like a Shadow Systems, or I'd rather buy like a Walther, and then I'm just like, do I really want to spend the money on a Canik when I could just buy a higher end of this or a lower end of this? I feel like it's still a better quality product. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough thing for me with Canik. Maybe if I went and shot one, if I actually shot one, if I have any buddies that have a Canik and I'm ever around them, maybe I'll have to ask if I can shoot it, just so that I can have that experience. Because I've shot Walthers and I've shot a lot of Taurus, but I haven't shot a Canik. And maybe that's going to be the difference. Chester, if you want it to be more concealed, the MMP is going to be your best bet. If you like capacity, then the Beretta is going to be better than the Colt. If you just want mass, then the Colt. You're good, Cheshire. Oh, Glacier. Yeah, definitely. Set. Dude, I CCW'd, all right? My EDC for 10 years was the Taurus G2C PT11 in the two-tone. It was a great pistol. I'll have to shoot a Canik before I get, like, I'm giving you the perspective of someone who hasn't shot one and who has only handled it, but who has shot Walthers and who has shot lots of Taurus. And so that's where I'm taking that perspective from. It feels, when I hold a Canik in my hand, it feels like a cross between like a PPS, like a Walther Police Pistol Slim, and like a Taurus G3. Radio, I will have to check. I've seen a lot of used ones. I don't know if I want to spend the money that Bass Pro Shop has them. I think Bass has them a little overpriced, and they have a bunch that are like sporterized. I'd like to get one that's a little bit more old school, that just has like this still has the bayonet and everything, just as close to original as possible. If I'm gonna spend $800 on an SKS, I want it to be damn near like original. Thank you, Cheshire Cat. Have a good night. Thanks for joining us. I hear you, Glacier. I hear you. Oh, nice switch. Kieran, I've never shot a CZ. Never shot a CZ. I have a lot of buddies that love their CZs, all of them. They say that it's the best shooting pistol they've ever had. I don't know. I think that the M9 shoots really flat and really clean. I think it shoots flatter and cleaner than my Glocks or my Glock clones. So I don't know. I feel like these shoot a little bit better than the Walthers I've shot. These definitely shoot better than the Tauruses I've shot. I think these shoot better, and I think the M9 shoots better than the P320. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, nice switch. Thank you. Thank you, radio. I'll check it out. There's not a, like up in Idaho, there's not one near me here in Idaho, because I'm up near Rexburg and Idaho Falls. But, maybe is there a Bass Pro Shop in Idaho Falls? If there's a Bass Pro Shop in Idaho Falls, I might go try and check one out tomorrow. But I also might check them out online. I mean, I'm pretty familiar with the SKS and what a good one looks like. And I know that they get them cycled in at the one near my house in Utah. So I might just wait until like Sunday, because I'll be back home on Sunday, and go check out that. Yeah.
I have a Fortnite challenge video that I can do tomorrow.
Fortnite challenge video.
It's going to be a really dumb one, but Donovan's played Halo, so like maybe he could assist me.
Oh, that would be fun.
I play Fortnite, but I can't sprint as Master Chief.
That's funny.
They added an energy sword finder.
The best shooting handgun I ever shot is the 5.7, the FN 5.7, like the full size FN 5.7. 5.7 as a handgun round is like taking a 5.56, cutting it a little bit less than in half, or it's bigger than half. I mean, 28 is half of 56. A 5.56 is 5.56 by 45. So you're dropping it by like 17 millimeters. So you're basically a scaled down 5.56 in a handgun, and the propellant. That's like the third time you've checked that.
No,
Okay.
I checked it.
Oh, sorry. Everybody has looked in there, and it's like that's the breaker box, guys. It's literally just covered up with those panels because it looks ugly if you don't in the Airbnb. So
Well, it looks ugly with the panel.
I know, but it would look a lot uglier without it. So go upstairs and don't climb the stairs like that. Go upstairs. What's up, Pat? Yeah, 5.7 is amazing. It's super low recoil.
And I might send a request for
Okay.
Netflix on the iPad. I
Okay.
don't know how much later I'm going to say, but there's too much.
Oh, thank you, radio. I'll go check them out. I figured if there was one, it would be in Ammon. Ammon is like, it's like a suburb of Idaho Falls. It's a separate city, but it's kind of like the way that Mesa isn't Phoenix, but it is. Ammon is like that to Idaho Falls, and there's some really nice, like, newer stores over there. Just got off a short 12-hour shift. Oh, you have the Smith & Wesson 5.7? Yeah, my cousin, not Donovan, who you guys have seen on some of my videos today. His older brother is, he has, I think this, I can't remember if he has the Smith & Wesson or if he has the Ruger. But again, 5.7, freaking solid round. That's why I said that my dream gun is the full auto P90. I would love the full auto P90. I don't know that I'm ever going to get one. I would love to have one. Maybe if full autos ever become legal, in the sense that they're not on the ATF and they're not an NFA item and they're not blocked by Brady anymore. Kieran, I do. I have at my mom's farm, because when I go hunting, if I'm going to go hunting like for game, I'm going to come here in Idaho, because doing it in Utah I think is just, like, Utah doesn't have lottery, but they do. It's how you get hunting tags. And there are people that say, oh, it's not that bad, you can put in for it and it's really easy to get it. I shouldn't have to do that. If I want to go hunting in my state, I should go up and say, here's my hunter safety card that I took when I was 12. Here's money for a hunting license. Here's $100 for a deer tag or an elk tag. I'm going to go try and hunt an elk. If I get one, then I get one. If I don't, then I don't. It should be that simple. Instead, they do this. You bid, and you can bid more for more points, or you can do the minimum, but if you don't win, you can get half of your money back because you weren't selected, or you can let them keep all of your money and get those points towards next year, and then you can bid again next year in hopes that you are more likely to have the points to get in it. It's gambling, it's lottery, it's stupid. Utah says that it's not lottery and gambling, but it is, and just like, let me go buy a hunting license and a hunting tag, and if I go shoot an animal, then I shoot an animal, and I'll report it. But there are not that many skilled hunters in Utah, and that many people that have the time to go and do it right. Like, you'll make money if you just do it the way that, like, almost every other state out there does it. So, if I'm gonna go hunting, I'm gonna come up here to Idaho. I'm in the military, I'm gonna use my military ID. I'll buy an out-of-state military ID, which is, I get the in-state price, but that means I can only hunt in Idaho. And that's what I'll do, and I accept that, and I'll try and take a deer. I've never been successful at it. I don't hunt deer. I grew up in Alaska, so I hunted caribou and moose, and those were easy to hunt. I would go fishing, and I would just buy a combination hunting and fishing license, and I would buy a moose tag and a caribou tag, and then I would go fishing with my dad or whatever, and I would sometimes take my rifle. And if we saw a caribou, and it was legal to hunt it, I would shoot it. And that was it. Oh, the Kel-Tag? Yeah, dude, that's all you, man. Kieran, on the 30-06 that I have, I'm gonna be completely honest, I have like a Walmart optic on it. I have like $175 Walmart thing. It might be a Vortex, it might be like an inexpensive Vortex scope for like $175. I don't know, I don't even remember. I've had it for 15 years. Yeah. I actually kind of like the way that they do it in states that have shotgun only hunting, like deer and other game, where now you can do the straight wall cartridge. So you could do like a 350 Legend or a 400 Legend. Or a 454, whatever, 460 SOCOM, which is actually 458. Where you could hunt with 44 magnums. A couple of different, straight wall cartridges that are out there that you can hunt with, and pretty similar ballistics overall to the way that they drop and everything as a shotgun round, but a little bit more accurate. And it's, not a lottery. It's, you pay your tag, you get your straight wall cartridge, you go shoot, hunt in this area. They haven't seen a huge drop in the population of deer, so it's not like there's over hunting. It's great. Here, mine holds 0. My dagger defense holds 0. Dude, this is an Amazon 2.5 to 10 by 40. It was normally $250 on Amazon. It's some Chinese brand. It has an etched reticle, but it also lights up with green or red. That's a 2.5 to 10 by 40. I've had it for 15 years now. Hold on just a second. I've had it for 15 years now, and it holds 0. Like I said, I got it on sale on Amazon Prime Day for like $115 instead of $250. I'm sure that they just jacked up the price for leading up to Amazon Prime Day so they could lower it back down, but it holds 0. So I'm not saying it's as good as a Vortex or as good as a SIG optic or other really nice optics, but it's held 0 and it's worked. Now, I don't actually want to keep that one. I want to get, there's actually another Amazon optic called the Saturn from Cosmic Tactical. It's like it's not a super cheap, it's not like a super cheap knockoff ACOG, but it's like a $400 ACOG.
I don't know what it was, but I just saw a bug crawling in the bed. I know that it wasn't a bed bug, because it was just like a tiny.
Yeah. Was it like one of those?
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of little they're like little moths. They're just like the light.
Oh.
Sorry, it's a farm.
That scared me.
Yeah,
Hey, Dad.
I see your request.
Oh no, it's my daily spawn.
That's crazy. It's a good go. Cool.
What?
I still never did. Here, can you go do?
I never did your sleep study.
Yeah, here, go do that and then put this on your back pillow. Go take care of it, please.
Congratulations for waking up. Now go back to bed.
Yep.
Which pillow's yours and which room's? serious. Actually, just a second.
I'm sleeping on the bed in the bunk bedroom.
Okay.
Kieran, I do. I have a 6.5 Creed. I have an AR-10 and 6.5 Creedmoor. My longest shot or consecutive shots is I've done a man-sized target at like 11:24. I think it was 11. It was like 6 years ago when I did this. I did like a class and I went and did it. It's been a while since I've done that because while it was really cool, like it's a 6.5 Creedmoor, it wasn't really sustainable. And the more I thought about it, I was like, it's cool that I did this course and it's cool that I can say I've done this, but it's not really a skill that I think I need to. I don't want to practice it and spend all my time doing super long range stuff like that. Because there's very, very, very limited practical applications, I think, to doing something like that. And even then, like when you're shooting at 1,100 yards, you're aiming, you've got a scope that's like all the way up to freaking like 25 power, and you're still shooting at a target that's this big, and it still is just like a dot like this. You know, it might be, your target might be a little bit bigger than than the center of your crosshair. If you have it zero to the center of your crosshair, maybe you've got it set up so that you're like 4 notches down. And at 1,100 yards, like the wind starts messing with your round and everything. It's just, it's cool. And it's cool to be able to say that I've done it, but it's also not one of those things that I'm like, I think everybody should take a course and do it at least once so that you kind of learn the fundamentals of it, in case maybe you're hunting and you need to take an animal down that's run off and you weren't as successful at the closer range shot. But like, I'm never gonna be like an actual military sniper that's put in that situation. That's not what I do on a regular basis. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun, but that's not bad, Kieran. That's not a bad deal. I mean, I built my AR-10, my Arrow Precision, again in the 6.5. I think I built mine for about 700, but like my optic, I have like a $200 optic. Again, it was like a $350 Amazon optic that I got for $200 on Amazon Prime Day. It has suited my needs. It's not just as good as a Vortex or an EOTech or any of the, or a Loophole or any of the myriad of other much better high quality optics, but it's worked and it's held zero. I have a knockoff Amazon bipod on it, and I have Magpul magazines for it, just AR-10 Magpul magazines. So what I have works for me, but I think I'm probably pretty close to, with all the accessories and mags and everything like that, I'm probably close to $1,200. So if you can get one in $1,200, that sounds like a really good deal. So, all right, guys. 12:15. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. I know some of you are new. I hope that you've had a good time. It's been fun talking to you guys. I hope you're all doing okay up here and in here. Men deal with stress and we deal with things differently than women. Sometimes women are our stress, just like we're sometimes their stress. But we don't always have a place where we can talk about it and feel like people understand what we're going through. That's a big part of my channel. So if you're ever struggling, if you're ever hurting, if there's ever anything going on, you can go to my channel splash page, all of my social media, and like my email for the channel. There's even a phone number that I've put on there. It comes, you can text directly to me. I might not answer right away depending on what time of day it is or if I'm working, but I will answer you. I try to do my best, so please just like, if you're struggling, if you're hurting, if there's anything going on, reach out to me. I have a lot of different resources. I'm a vet. So I know a lot of resources through the military, through the DoD. There's a lot of state resources. I have friends in Colorado that also do this stuff. I have friends in Ohio that do this stuff. Obviously, I'm in Idaho now. I live in Utah. I know a lot of different resources, so I'm more than happy to help out in any way that I can. Don't do anything to hurt you or your family. If you're struggling, if you're stressed, if you're in distress, take 5 minutes to just separate yourself from the scenario. Like, trust me, it might bring some stress, like if you're in a relationship with a spouse or a partner or anything like that. If you're having one of those moments, because again, we deal with stress differently. If you're having one of those moments, like, and you're feeling it and it's just becoming overwhelming, seriously, just tell your spouse, like, I need 5 minutes, and leave. I need 5 minutes, you just have to trust me on this, I just need it. Take the 5 minutes. Because that is the difference between you doing something that you'll regret, or that is permanent and irreversible, and pissing off your wife or your girlfriend or your spouse, who's already probably pissed off at you, which is why you feel the way you do. Just take 5 minutes, man. I love you guys. I say that all the time. I genuinely mean that. I have a genuine love for my fellow man and just for people. I don't like seeing people suffer. I don't like seeing people go through things, but we do, which is why it's such an important part of this channel. The guns are important. I'm a dad. I hate seeing my kids suffer, but I also think that it's good when they do every once in a while, because it helps build character, it helps build resiliency. There's some great resources that are out there. We're going to start doing more on this channel with some of those organizations, some of those groups. I've had some people reach out to me, and I'm really excited to be partnered with them in some ways to help advocate for them. I'm not necessarily going to be an official member of those organizations, but they're aware of what I do and what I believe in and what I stand for. And so a couple of them have said, we're going to talk to the board, and if we're okay with it, we'd like you to advocate for us. Not as an official person, but just we're okay with you saying go out and reach it, because you have to be careful, stuff like that. So yeah, so please, if you've had a good time, consider subscribing. We do a lot of goofy shit on this channel for the shorts and things. I mean, I've got characters. I pretend to be a Russian dude sometimes, and who just loves America and loves everything about the Second Amendment. And just, he's just super bombastic and a little flamboyant in his sexuality. Just we have a lot of fun. So I hope you've had a good time tonight. I've had a great time talking to you guys. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out to me. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe a couple different times tomorrow, I don't know. If you have subscribed, please ring your notification bell. YouTube is being all kinds of fuckaroo with Second Amendment type stuff. I literally have videos with my revolver that I've been trying to put out this week, and they have not been putting it into the shorts feed. They straight up, I can look at all of the stuff, and they're not putting it in the shorts feed. So the only way that people are getting notifications for my content right now, if it has to do with guns, is if you have your notifications set to all. So if you want to subscribe and you want to take part in some of the fun stuff that we do, please set your notifications to all. And then, like I said, like the videos, like the streams, share them with friends, share them with people that don't like guns. That's my favorite. I love when trolls come on here and people that hate guns or that talk shit about my optics. I love them because they will interact out of hate, and I'm just like, help the channel grow. Thank you. Just love it. Just because I'm not going to change it. So, you guys have a wonderful night. Stay zesty, stay sexy, always carry every day, and always carry with the round in the chopper, my friends. Zesty Baba Yaga will come give you cuddles in the night to remind you. Anyways, until next time.